Good morning, students. I welcome you all for the online class of economics. Today we will be going to start a new chapter from statistics only, that is correlation. After dispersion chapter, the next chapter is correlation. In this chapter we will be learning, though two variables are there, we will relate these variables, how much difference is there between them. In the dispersion chapter also, last way we covariance we have learned. In that covariance we have learned how to variate, how to find out two standard deviations differences. Now we will be finding two variables differences, how much there are opposite or similar to each other. We will relate the variables with the help of correlation. So when two variables vary simultaneously in the same or opposite direction and change in the value of one is accompanied by a change in the value of the other, these two variables are said to be correlated. Definition of correlation, when we see, the important definition given by different scholars are quoted below. According to W.I. King, correlations means that between two series or groups of data, they exist causal connection. Means some of the data, either they are similar or either they are different to each other. So that similarity or dissimilarity can be known from correlation. According to Connor, if two or more quantities vary in sympathy, so that movement in the one tend to be accompanied by corresponding movements in the other, then they are said to be correlated. Importance or significance of correlation, when we see sorry. Important definition of correlation completed. Now importance or significance of correlation. When we see importance or significance of correlation, student, there is much more importance of theory of correlation in statistics. With its help, the scientific analysis of economic and business problems become possible. With the help of correlation, it can be known whether two or more variables are related or not. The concept of regression and ratio of variation are also based on correlation measure. Most of the variables show some kind of relationship. With the help of correlation analysis, the degree of correlation among them can be measured in one figure only. That is significance of correlation, importance of correlation. Okay. Degree of correlation. When we talk about degree, students, first of all, before explaining degree of correlation, I want to say you remember this degree, because your mathematical calculation will be depending on this degree of correlation. This will help us to justify whether the degree is perfect or not. So listen carefully while I am explaining to you people. Degree of correlation, the intensity of relationship between two variables can be ascertained by the quantitative value of coefficient of correlation, which can be found out by computation. The degree of correlation on the basis of coefficient of correlation is determined as given below. Very first, perfect competition. When the changes in two related variables are exactly proportional, it will be called perfect correlation. If equal proportional changes are in the same direction, this is called perfect positive correlation, whereas if equal proportional changes are in the opposite direction, then it will be known as perfect negative correlation. Absence of correlation. In case interdependence exists between two variables or no relationship is formed between the change in them, there is absence of correlation. The value of coefficient of correlation will be 0. So that is absence of correlation, student, in case interdependence exists between two variables or no relationship is found between the change in them, what we call absence of correlation. Okay. So this way you have to remember, when the changes in two related variables are exist proportional, it will be called perfect correlation. In case interdependent exists between two variables or no relationship is formed between the change in them, there is absence of correlation. Limited degree of correlation exists if there are unequal changes in two variables. One is having 5, one is having 2. There is unequal changes in, though there are positive going or negative, but there is unequal changes in two variables in the same direction. Correlation is said to be limited positive, and if there are unequal changes in the opposite direction, then correlation is said to be limited negative. So this is limited degree of correlation. The limited degree of correlation can be high, moderate or low. High when it will happen? When correlation lies in between 0.75 and 1. It is said to be high degree correlation. It may be negative or positive. Okay. And when is the negative? When is the moderate? When correlation lies in between 0.25 and 0.75. It is said to be moderate degree correlation. It may be negative or positive. Low correlation, when correlation lies in between 0 and 0.5. 0.25, it is said to be low degree correlation. Please make it a particular tabular data in which you will be writing this. I will be showing where it is already made. High when you will write when correlation lie between 0.75 and 1. It states that never the correlation will be more than 1 has the standard deviation. It is 0.25 and 0.75, and it is lower when it is below 0.25. So these are the various degree of correlation. One is perfect correlation, which will be having equal proportional changes either in the similar or in the opposite direction, that is known as perfect correlation. Second, absence of correlation, when it will happen in case interdependence exists between two variables or no relationship is formed between the change in them, there is absence of correlation. The value of coefficient of correlation will be 0. Limited degree of correlation when it will be high, moderate and low. High when it is 0.7 between 0.75 and 1. Low when it is below 0.25, and moderate below between 0.75 and 0.50. 0.25 and 0.75, that will be moderate. Degree of correlation, this picture you make a screenshot and write, it will be easy for you. What is the, if the answer comes 1, it is perfect positive correlation, but if the answer comes -1, it is perfect negative correlation. If the answers come between high 0.75 and 1, it is high positive correlation, whereas when it comes -0.75 and -1, it is negative correlation. So this way you remember absence. When your correlation answer comes 0, then it will be absence of correlation. Now kinds of correlation. Correlation is classified in the following ways. Very first, positive correlation. When both the variables are moving in the same direction, correlation is said to be positive. For example, increase in the price of a commodity leads to increase in supply of commodity. The following example illustrates this relationship. Simultaneous increase in simultaneous decrease in value of both variables, positive correlation values of both variables, positive correlation. Simultaneous increase in values of both variables, simultaneous decrease in values of both variables. X and Y variables you can see, students. You can see there the variations, positive correlation, like for example different numbers are there but their difference total is same. Okay, this will be showing positive correlations. Negative correlation, when we talk, students, correlation is said to be negative or inverse if the variables move in the opposite directions. For example, when the price of a commodity increases, the demand of the commodity comes down. The following example illustrates this point. Okay, so that is the negative correlation. You can see X and Y variables. There is a great difference between the variables differences, so that here shows negative correlations. Linear or non-linear or curvilinear correlation, meaning I will be telling, but it is of no use for us. If the amount of change in one variable tend to be a constant ratio to the amount of change in another variable, then the correlation is said to be linear. You can observe the diagram how the way it is there. Simple, multiple and partial correlation. If only two variables are studied, it would be a case of simple correlation. If more than two variables are involved, then the problem may be of either multiple or partial correlation. If multiple correlation, three or more than three variables are studied simultaneously. In multiple correlation, three or more than three variables are studied simultaneously. For example, when we study yield of wheat per acre. Okay, and both the amounts of rainfall and fertilizers used, it is a case of multiple correlation. It means we are learning different factors, so it is multiple correlation. In case of partial correlation, we measure the correlation between two variables, one dependent and another independent. When all other variables involved are kept constant, for example, when we limit our correlation analysis of yield and rainfall to periods where a certain average temperature existed, it is a case of partial correlation. In this chapter, we shall discuss the simple correlation only. So let us start our chapter from the mathematical calculation. Various methods of measurement of correlations are there. One is first scatter diagram method, second Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, third Spearman's rank correlation. But in this chapter we will be going to learn the two methods, Karl Pearson's method, coefficient of correlation, and Spearman's rank correlation, but we will not learn scatter diagram method. Scatter diagram is a useful technique for examining the form of relationship between two variables without calculating any numerical value. This is the reason why we will not be learning the scatter diagram, because without any numerical value it is very difficult for a student to understand the particular diagram. So a scatter diagram can be defined as a graph in which two variables are plotted on a graph paper, but without any numerical value. The values of the independent variable are plotted against the x-axis on the graph, and that of the dependent variable are plotted on variable y. So this we are leaving, students. Next we will be moving to the next method. There are some merits and demerits. Let us focus on the merits and demerits of scatter diagram. When we go with the merits of scatter diagram, students, these are: scatter diagram is a very simple method of studying correlation between two variables. Just a glance at the diagram is enough to know if the values of the variables have any relation or not. Scatter diagram also indicates whether the relation is positive or negative. Demerits: when we see, a scatter diagram does not measure the precise extent of correlation. It gives only an appropriate idea of the relationship. It is not a quantitative measure of the relationship between the variables. It is only a qualitative expression of the quantitative changes. Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation. It is very popular method of measuring correlation mathematically. Since it has been devised by Karl Pearson in 1890, it is known as Pearsonian coefficient of correlation. It is based on the products of the deviations from the averages of the respective variables and respective standard deviation. The coefficient is denoted by R. The formula for calculation is actual mean method. Correlation R equals to sum of xy upon standard n into standard deviation x into standard deviation y. It means, students, last chapter you have learned standard deviation, that is needed now also. So that then only you can calculate the coefficient of correlation. In the next class I will be explaining the practical question related to this method, but till that, today I want to say you to practice about the standard deviation, so that in this chapter you will not find difficulty to calculate the correlation. Thank you for today's class, introductory class of correlation. Have a nice day. But for the next class, be prepared with the chapter standard deviation, because it is needed for this chapter. Okay, some of the time value will be given, but some of the time we have to calculate so as to get the correlation. Thank you.